She is suing her son over a winning $51 million Mega Millions ticket. 78-year-old Etta May Urquhart says she bought the winner. But when she went to claim the prize, she was so overcome she couldn't physically sign the ticket. So, well, she gave her son the ticket for him to sign. And then she claims he took off with all the cash. Joining us now, Marcellus McCray, who is a defense attorney, former prosecutor, and trial attorney Rachel Self. Good to see you both. Rachel, if the allegations are true, I mean, my goodness, this son is lucky he's not in jail on charges of criminal fraud and theft, don't you think?
Absolutely. I was actually reading this story thinking to myself that I was surprised that there were no criminal charges that have come out of it. But you never know what's going to happen now that this has come to light, because this case was actually under seal for quite a while, and it only just came out from being under seal. And now that people are hearing about this story, people are outraged. And what this kid did to his mom is just horrendous.
Yeah. Marcellus, here is the lawyer for the mother. Take a listen.
When Etta May went to turn in the ticket, she was shaking so badly she couldn't even function, and she couldn't even hold a pen.
All right, so she gave the pen to her son. He signed the ticket. Was the son, therefore, Marcellus, acting as an agent for mom? And if so, did he breach or violate fiduciary duties he owed to her as the agent?
You'd certainly expect that to be the claim of the mother's attorneys. I mean, you have a situation where you have someone who's over the age of 76, I believe you said 78, according to her complaint, that she entrusted her son to come in and sign the ticket on her behalf and for her benefit. And if you follow the pattern of how he used the money, with only a fraction allegedly going to his mother for a house and some cash, you certainly would expect her attorneys to say that this was not only a relationship of position of trust, but that the son breached it.
Well, I mean, the son buys 4 houses, Rachel, 10 cars for himself, and she gets nothing. But what if it could be shown that the mother gave consent or otherwise authorized the son's many purchases?
Well, I think they're going to have a hard time proving that, because she's flat out saying that that's not the case. And he perpetrated fraud against her by saying, look, Mom, I'll look after this for you to help you avoid the notoriety that's going to come from this, to help you avoid all the phone callers, all the ne'er-do-wells that are going to be calling you seeking money. I'll look after it for you. And it was based on that representation and that promise that he made to her that she said, okay, let's go forward with this. And then he totally breached in what he promised her. And he's only provided her with a car and about $125,000 and a house valued at about $370,000 out of $32.2 million payout, while he bought 10 cars, 4 houses, gave out more than $350,000
You know, the
in
funny
gifts.
thing, Rachel, is that there's so much money to go around. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, he played it wrong, right? I mean, he played it so wrong, because if he had just sat around, been a good son, bought her flowers on Mother's Day, right?
Buy her a couple of homes, a few
this.
cars. There's, you know, there's 32 million.
Yeah.
You know, Marcellus,
yeah, I agree.
Marcellus, it would appear the son converted for his own use the funds he held in constructive trust for his mother. So in equity, talk to us about what the court does. How does the court go about compensating the mother for that loss?
Well, essentially what the court is going to do is, if it determines, or trier of fact, if it's the jury, that the mother's allegations are true, what the law imposes is a doctrine called constructive trust, which says that the person that is wrongfully in possession of property or items belonging to another person is deemed to hold those items, such that you can follow the money, in this case, to the various dispositions, whether it be a house, whether it be accounts and so forth, and the mother can essentially have a legal right to obtain possession of those items so that she can get the value that was wrongfully obtained from her.
You know what I'm thinking, Rachel? Elder abuse, which is rampant in America. And it's sad to say that, but it is, that elder Americans are being taken advantage of, sometimes by their children, sometimes by third parties. Could this be a situation of elder abuse?
Absolutely, and the plaintiffs claimed elder abuse in this case, and they're not going need to prove that he intentionally did this. It's not a specific intent claim. They just need to show that he acted despicably, which they're certainly going to be able to show in this case because everybody has a visceral reaction when they hear the facts here that his behavior was despicable, and that he acted with a willful and conscious disregard to her interests, and that she was of age to be considered an elder under the Welfare Code of California. And they're going to be able to do that, I think.
Yeah, Marcella, you would never want this to get in front of a jury if you're defending the son, right? I mean, they're just going to hammer the living daylights out of the guy, right?
You know, I absolutely agree with you, and one of the things that I was thinking is not merely in terms of the optics for the son. I mean, I can't think of anything more antithetical to Mother's Day than mother-son litigation and the circumstances here, but really, with respect to the entire family, is there any winner? I mean, regardless of what the disposition is, when you think about the underlying relationship here, what will inevitably be evidence going back and forth about who bought the ticket for what purpose and what did they do with the funds, I just see no winners, and the whole thing is just tragic.
Well, Rachel, there's no question here, but the mother bought the ticket. I mean, she did it every Monday and Thursday, right? She goes down to the Mobil station, she buys her ticket. You know, she only spends,
For
$2 and $5, right? So, and she's on videotape buying the ticket. So the son has no claim whatsoever, does he?
I don't think he does.
He's just an awful son. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, we can.
God, it's a terrible story for Mother's Day. I'm so sorry to be doing this. All right, Rachel Self, Marcellus McCrae, thank you both.
Good to see you both.
Shame on your
you.
son. How could you do
Have a
that
good
to your own
weekend.
mom?
Yeah, I
really,
agree.
it's awful. Isn't that terrible?
Shame on you, absolutely.